Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this Earth DPS range loadout invitational video. Now this video is going to be showing you the PowerPoint, so you know how I got the loadout itself, explaining why and some other things, showing you the weapon mastery, and then showing you the rotation. But what I also will do is I'm also, at the end of this video, I'm also including a clip of the rotation being used on sparring target properly, because sparring targets in layer for some reason don't show up all the damage. So this is what I've done as well, just so you can see all the damage being used properly on proper sparring targets in the watchtower. Okay, so let's get started and let's go straight to the PowerPoints. So in the geokinesis tree we have PowerPoints in Earthen Grip, Crystal, Shards, Striking Stones, Debris Field, Totem, Reinforce. And in the Seismic tree we have PowerPoints in Stone and then Pebble Blast. Now since we have quite a few PowerPoints left over, I've put PowerPoints, well, obviously in the main two we need: Weapons Expert, Tactical Genius, Powerful Resistance, Nano Weave Armor, Wisdom of Solomon, just for extra power on the power pool, and then with one I put it in Super Stream, because let's face it, who doesn't like to pick up cars or whatever's flying around, you know, and chucking it at stuff, just for a little bit of fun. But if you don't want to put it in that one, you're quite welcome to put it in, well, the Dominance or wherever else you see fit. Okay, so now to Loadout. So the loadout from left to right is Stone. This is our primary power interaction. Pebble Blast, this is our primary damage skill. Debris Field is our, well, our primary damage over time. Totem, this is another AoE damage over time. Reinforce is our precision and critical strike chance buff, but we also use it to clip the animation, well, let's say the cast time of Totem. And then we have Crystal. Now this pet does do quite a bit of damage, and it does take a, well, let's say it does get an extra effect. Well, it gets an extra bonus from having a totem out. It gets an extra critical strike chance and critical hit damage. So this thing will do even more damage when it's out. Okay, so now with Earth, well, let's just actually go back to the PowerPoints quickly. Now with Earth, I spent a lot of time looking for a good loadout. I went through all of the powers, trying to find stuff that was remotely interesting. Now I did spend a lot of time going through all the Earth powers, because I wanted something that was proper ranged, and I know some people will be like, yeah, well, what about Shards, what about Striking Stones, all this kind of stuff. Cast time and the animation time to it is really long. The damage it does is not that good. Splits terribly. Striking Stones, same problem. Damage is terrible, splits badly, and it's one of those mid to close range skills that doesn't do enough damage for the thing it's cost. But the most problem of it is every time you use it, it moves you forward. So you'll be actually moving closer towards the target which we're trying to do a range loadout with. Rumble Crush, a hell of a long time to summon it, and then you've got to throw it, and then it's going to hit the target. By the time you've done that, someone else would have done thousands of damage. Meteor doesn't do enough damage, so pretty much even tried Upheaval, doesn't do enough damage. Same with that. Jackhammer's a mid to close range, it's not that good enough. Mid to close range, brilliant skill, but it's not worked in a range loadout. The finisher itself, I think, is just not that good. So Earth is very limited at what it can do at range. I'm afraid it's better at melee. So this is why I came up with this loadout for. These two targets are single target. This is AoE, and Crystal Gun I think does AoE as well. But the lack of AoE is made up from weapon mastery, especially if we're using the one-handed. Well, actually, let's summon the Crystal Pet first. Now, I highly recommend for all weapons, all powers really, are really good of the one-handed. It's just insanely, no, I'm not going to say broken, it's insanely powerful. The range side to it is nice and quick. Solar Flare, when you're buffed up, it can hit like 10,000 on multiple targets. The melee side to it can hit like, someone pointed out one of my videos, I hit like 21k and 19,000 on 2 targets, so you can get what I'm trying to mean. So anyway, let's get to the rotation. So I'll show you bit by bit, and then after I've done that, you can watch the clip at the end, which will show you the whole rotation with all its glorious damage in full swing, because this sparring target is starting to show up at everything, which is frustrating. Okay, so the rotation itself is just very simple. We want to give power interaction to our target, but we want to set up all our dots first. So it's literally 4 and 5, which is totem, clip, reinforce, and then we do weapon mastery into 1, and then we press number 3 to get the dot going, and then we just do weapon masteries, clip to number 2 until the cooldowns are ready again. So literally 4 and 5, 1, 3, as you can see, nice and simple. Now that is a shame though that the two best skills for are single targeted, but they do nice damage either way, especially with the bonus you get at the end of weapon masteries. Pebble Blast is quite a nice skill. Shame it's not an AoE skill though. Crystal, I mean, the sparring target's probably had enough of you being up. As you can see, Crystal does do some nice damage. Alright, so let's go rotation again. So let's go a bit more range. Okay, so let's put the totem here, back off. So then it would be weapon mastery, stone, number 3 to get our dot going, and then weapon mastery followed up with number 2. And then reapply the power interaction on the third one. And we can go straight into number 3 and 5, and then we can just carry on, because the cooldown on turn takes quite a long time. And it's just pretty much like that. And your crystal pet will just continue to hit away on stuff. So anyway guys, let me know what you think of this loadout. Do you think anything can be improved? I have tried loads and loads of different things. I've even tried Robo Psychic with it. But to be honest, I'm trying to use the Crystal Pet Golem because it just works well with Totem, and you know, I want to enjoy the Earth powers itself without having to look into other powers to try and improve it. So, thank you very much for watching this. I hope the Earth DPS have fun with this, and until next time, I'll see you then.
Green Lantern's light!